God damn it, Spencer.
The fuck did I do?
So you talked right in the middle of it. Well, we messed up the... Shut the fuck up.
You came in, it was
Just
like...
shut the fuck up.
And then he was saying, beep, 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 beep.
No, he wasn't.
Blame the white man.
Yeah, I'm going to blame the white man.
This is yours, by the way.
Oh, why did you say it was yours?
Because I thought you were just fucking with me.
Oh, see, I thought he was asking if you took a drink of it.
Oh, that thing.
I don't know.
We all just missed the mark here. We don't know sign language. We're not that smart.
Raspberry.
I thought we knew each other better than that, but apparently we can't.
This is the only one I know, so.
Go
I actually
hell.
know one. I know, no, it's, I forget, but
It goes like this.
I did know. Like,
You stupid ass.
Something like that. Like, yeah. I think that's
Speaking of red, I want to just get this out of the way.
something to do with the asses. Hello, everybody.
Oh, yeah.
It's nice to see you.
Good. Yeah, you intro it.
My name is Dewitt
Hart.
Augustus Buckingham
He's too tall to be Kevin
the third.
Chris Rock.
He's like 3 Kevin Hart stacked on top of each other.
And Mike Tyson.
But he's not 3 times as funny.
This is George Foreman.
You're right. I'm 4 times as funny as Kevin Hart. And I got twice the cholesterol. And to my left is the one and only.
You're right.
I mean, you're not here, so it doesn't really matter what direction it is to you.
Well, when they look at it on the screen, it'd be to their right.
It would both of us would be forward to them if they're looking at the screen, because you don't hold a screen off to the side of you when you're watching.
Hi, I'm one of your hosts, John Skates, and to my right, your left, we have Ashley Kareem.
Hey.
We have Spencer
Right.
and DeWitt arguing
'cause both of
about
us are in
stage
front.
left
you're on
and
the
stage
left.
right.
No,
So
but
I'd
we're
be
both
to your
in the
right.
middle of you. But you're facing the middle.
Enjoy
You're not
this,
turning to
'cause
your
I'm not.
Right. It's to the right
Oh,
of
I
the
am.
screen, but it's not your right. Look, because you're not changing your location.
If I'm sitting like this, though, and the TV's like this, I am to the right.
I've never looked
No,
at
you're
that
both
dead on
going
it.
to
It's
be in
like
front
fucking
of the
my
TV
eyes.
because
Like,
you're just facing
Oh,
in
really?
one direction.
yeah, like the way it's like kind of bowed out right
Mhm.
Oh, yeah. It goes in. It's wavy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had to hide the window somehow. So you all get introduced. All right.
Oh, did we
Yeah.
do you two?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I introduced everyone while you were
two got
arguing.
done? All right. So now it's time for the important conversations. Go
All right.
on, guys.
Oh, I
Speaking
thought,
of red, let me get this out of the way.
I thought you had something to bring up, but all right.
Now we talked about how he couldn't say like glandular. He's like gankulair or whatever. Some stupid shit I can't even say. But he tried to say. Let's see here. When he talks about STDs or STIs, whatever, he talks about like the super versions of them.
The supernova versions.
And this
Superman
one,
version,
Like
yeah.
the Marvel version. Like,
this one he called super herpy monoflex.
whoa.
I'm like, what the fuck is super herpy monoflex?
That sounds swole.
Yeah.
Sweaty.
That sounds like something they can't cure with an injection. That's like your doctor has to put on some gloves and fist fight this fucker in the OR or something.
I used to be in an OR. So important news.
Orangutan?
Yeah, let's get the red thing out of the way. I got something else about red too that happened that was pretty funny, but I'll wait.
We'll save it
Mhm.
because we have the most important news. Breaking news.
There should be
Of the highest importance and value. Nothing has changed on the Yes Quite website as of right now. But stuff might change
Ooh.
in the future. In the next 1 to 2 weeks. The day, I know what day it's going to happen, but I'm going to keep it a mystery
Is that
because I like
BPT
its
or
suspense.
regular people time?
It's regular people time. I planned it ahead.
Oh.
BBW time.
So the next 2 weeks
What?
on BBW time,
What's BBW time?
we're going to have some exciting new changes.
You gotta look that up.
No.
We're going to have the release of the fall collection.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be...
We didn't have a summer collection.
We did.
Well, we
There was-
did-
There was a photo shoot that was done that we just scrapped because we felt like it was too good for the public.
Yeah. They
Oh,
just
the
couldn't
photo
handle it.
shoot we never did?
No, we
Because
did a
It
photo
was a
shoot.
separate photo shoot.
There
Oh.
was one out here on some cars.
Oh. I never saw you.
It was a private showing.
Yeah.
Just you two?
I mean, we had to keep it intimate, a very small crew. We didn't want any
Paid
photos to
people.
leak.
Oh,
It was so popular that we just said we couldn't do this.
They weren't ready.
They weren't ready. We'd shut down all the calendar businesses with the cute kittens and stuff. They'd all be shut down because of it.
Yeah.
So we thought of the people before we thought
We
of
did think of
ourselves.
the people. So yeah, that's why we didn't release a summer collection,
We the people.
but we are
It's not
releasing a
me.
fall collection. There's going to be multiple collections within that collection. It's going to be a collection of collections. It's the fall collection, and man,
If you can collect all
They're
151, you can finish your Pokedex.
ooh, that would actually be pretty cool. I'm sitting here thinking of what. Oh, that's actually. Where's my pen? Here it is.
So do we get a preview of what's to come?
Absolutely
I showed them, but
I like it.
I didn't see the clothing. I just saw the.
well, you saw the designs.
Did I?
You saw one or two of them.
I did.
Of the things that I showed you today,
Oh.
one or two of those things
Okay.
will be featured on one of the collections that is being released on the possibly three collections in the fall collection. So the 3 sub collections.
Be nice to have a beanie or a hat.
Wow.
Now, see, the funny thing is,
that
this morning,
slow turn and burn. Wow.
this
Chair
morning,
couldn't move right, so
I was actually designing 2 hats, but now I'm thinking that the designs might be changed a little bit to say "fuck Spencer" on all sides.
I like that. Get
Just a
straight to the point.
collage of, you know,
That might be the 3rd hat design.
All the girls are gonna wear that.
There will be hat
Fuck
designs.
Spencer.
There will be long sleeve tees, short sleeve tees,
Tank
tote
tops.
bags.
Tutus.
No tank tops. Actually, it's fall. Who the fuck wears a
Yeah.
tank top? in
You
fall?
need a cardigan. up
Have
Man
there.
satchels.
Have you
Sweaters.
been to Mexico in the fall?
No hoodies though.
No hoodies.
We don't want anyone getting
Boat logos.
Oh, you're.
Boat.
Good job.
Car logos.
Will there be decals?
Logos.
There might be.
Oh, okay.
Ham sandwiches.
I haven't decided on that.
Oh,
one
we're sending ham sandwiches. now.
Absolutely.
yet. And hand jobs.
Every 2
Hand jobs and
sandwiches you
hand
get,
jobs
you
and
get a
hand
hand job.
grenades.
Yeah.
But the hand job's not free.
No.
It's
No, no.
coming, just like your mom. So
Oh, got him.
be on the
Ooh,
lookout
got
for
'em.
that.
Got all you guys watching and ladies.
Check out
Gens.
yesquite.com. Sign up for the newsletter if you're not signed up already.
Yeah,
And,
because we got amazing stories coming out.
Yeah.
Just like,
Like, you got me curious about this. Like, what the hell have you guys been cooking up in the kitchen?
oh, dude, you have no idea. We have so many ideas coming out.
See, that's the thing. A ramen shop doesn't have a lab; it has a kitchen. That's what I was thinking
We don't
about.
even
That.
have a kitchen.
We
We
don't.
have a boiling pot of ideas.
Yeah, in the kitchen. There's no ramen shop
No,
labs.
there's no kitchen. There's a hot pot.
No,
Hot pot.
Hot
the
pot.
ramen
pot.
shop
Hot pot.
works in a
We got a
kitchen.
pot.
That's our
Hot pot.
laboratory.
Smoking some dope in the crock pot.
Then how can we keep meeting at the round table?
Because we're like the fucking knights of this place.
But why not
We
in
are
the
going to
kitchen?
need to install a kitchen. as
Yeah,
an
that is,
add-on.
that is kind of one of the requirements for one of the things on the board over there.
How about? Hold on.
Having a kitchen.
Yeah, kind of.
Well, I mean, we could try to take that to Home Depot and see what they give us, but I'm pretty sure they're just kind of kick us
Yeah.
out.
They're gonna ask you to leave and not come back.
See,
We'll
okay,
trade
part
it
of
in
me,
for something.
like,
A
thinking
a
about it
bigger
now,
model.
I regret it so much because the original plans for this place was to enclose the whole pad. So we would have had all that real estate up front as more space.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, we'll never fucking use that. We just need this room and those 2 rooms for audio recording and making shit.
Well, at the time, it was logic sense because it was like, okay, these guys are just gonna be recording here. We're gonna eat over here, have a few drinks in here.
Yeah, this
It's
was gonna
simple.
this is gonna be like the entertainment room. Now it's turned into we need more room for work.
Well, I'll mention something
Son of
right
a
now that
bitch.
just occurred to me.
What?
I know of a kitchen that we can use within walking distance. The condition of it currently, no idea.
We're not going over there to Bill's.
Whoa! Who said we're going that far?
Right.
There's a place closer.
I would rather go.
He said within walking distance.
I'd rather go right
Not
out.
into climbing distance.
I'd rather go outside right here to the fire pit and throw some wood in the hole and light it on fire.
That's an option.
That is an option. We didn't think about that.
And then we got the
Put
soup
it on
kitchen
your
right
board.
here.
Where's your dream board at?
Actually, it wouldn't be that hard to build an outdoor kitchen. Just saying.
That's what we've been saying.
Yeah.
Like, we're not talking about like a...
It'd be a bitch to shoot anything, though. You got to deal with like planes flying overhead, helicopters,
Sirens in the background.
sirens. Being out here,
Gunshots.
yeah, it's dove season. There's like gunshots out here constantly.
I didn't think they needed a season out here for there to be gunshots.
I woke up to that shit this morning.
It's gunshot season.
Swear to God, this morning I was like, I'm sitting there. It's like 6 something. I'm sitting in the bathroom and just hear bam, 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 bam. What the fuck? I'm like, well, no sirens, so it ain't a murder. And then yeah, I started seeing pictures. Oh, it's dove season, son of a bitch.
Mm-hmm. First day.
Yep.
September 1st. I
Yep.
think it goes for like 2 weeks.
I don't know why they ain't shit. They ain't shit for meat on a dove. The goddamn
You
pigeon.
see the ones out here?
Well, I mean they're big, but
Those things are like chickens. Close resemblance. Even have the feathers. It's weird.
I'm just thinking of the ice cream bars now.
Chicken ice cream bars?
Oh yeah.
Dove.
Dove
Oh.
bars. Oh, the Dove
Oh.
bars.
I
Dove
was like,
chocolate.
like,
Right?
what are you guys eating over in your hood? Like, what's your ice cream man?
The
bring?
struggle is real.
Like,
I have no
for
idea.
Things in
real.
Manteca is real.
You got to take that chicken grease and freeze it on a stick. And you're hoping the best.
Fuck on it later. Nothing goes to waste.
Oh boy.
I actually
It's
Wanna
all
wanna try that
crispy
now.
on the outside,
Oh,
though.
that's disgusting. Don't do that.
I take that back. I don't want to try. I don't want to make someone else try.
Hey, Red, come eat
Red.
this 11 suckle bar. Okay.
Look, all you got to do is bread it, fry it, and Red will try it.
It's like that
The rhyming passage.
seaweed stuff
If
that
it's
he.
breaded and fry it.
You know,
Red
you
will
bread
try
it,
it.
fry it, and Red will try it.
It's like that seaweed stuff that I forced him to eat earlier. He after like 5 minutes of protest, he finally got it in his mouth. And he was like, "Ooh, fishy."
Like, he liked it.
Yeah, that was
That's Red, though. I mean, half the shit we were like, oh, we're going to get him good with this. We're going to get him like, it's not bad. We're like,
Then you got to remember, it's like, oh, Red's been institutionalized, so he's probably tried some, like, real, like, raunchy shit. Then, yeah, all his time out in the hood, you never know what that dude had to eat.
yeah.
Well, I mean, you
Garbage
did say
food, dick, you know, whatever.
you did say a couple weeks ago that he brushed his teeth at one point with
Comet,
Yeah.
exactly.
So.
I'm surprised he can taste anything.
Right, I'm surprised he still has teeth. Like, if you're using like that, does not like disintegrate.
Yeah.
Not that a Comet's that strong, but you know.
he's brushing his teeth with Comet. He might be eating moon pies.
Nice try with that one.
I'm trying here.
So again, speaking of Red, and I don't know if you can tell the way if the audio's still going. It'd be nice if you could look.
Hey.
But
It's not.
are you shitting me?
Nope. I do not see a
It's
green
not.
bar. Going
Hold
up
on,
and down.
let me go look.
Go ahead.
There's no audio on the Twitch stream. If you're watching this on Twitch right now,
You
can't
can't
hear
hear
me.
us.
You can't hear shit.
we're saying right now anyway.
Wait till you hear the other audio and you hear we're talking shit. Oh,
Oh,
bitch.
hello there,
Okay.
Twitch.
Hi, Twitch. Just kidding. Got him.
We're good.
Got him.
Everything's fine.
Oh, binoculars.
See you
So-
now.
So, like, you've been in situations with me where you've seen Red angry, right? Do it?
An angry red.
Like angry.
Where red turned red.
Where red turn red.
Yeah.
So let me tell you about Wednesday.
What
okay.
happened Wednesday?
Wednesday, just me and Red, right? Not
Sounds
much
good
going
to me.
on. Not much going on. So, Red being Red, he gets thirsty. And he asks for some change. And I'm sitting there at the warehouse bullshitting with Isabel, talking. And, like, he asks her if she wants anything. He's like, yeah, she wants a tea or some shit. I hand Red $10 in cash. And this is why I can't have kids. Because I have to deal with Red. No bullshit. He walked. It's less than a minute. He walks outside, turns right around, comes walking back in, and he starts throwing shit. He's getting mad. And we're both like, what happened? He goes, I lost the $10. You walked 50 feet. How did you lose $10? And he was fuming. He was just throwing shit and getting mad. Whatever.
Guy told me if I gave him $10, he'll give me 20, but he'll be right back.
So Red goes and gets the stuff, comes back, and he's just sitting there like a little kid pouting. Angry, pissed off. He gets up, walks away.
I'd be embarrassed too.
And I just hear a, what the fuck? What, Red? It's in the trash. How the fuck is the money in the trash? I don't know, man. The $10 is in the garbage. How the fuck did you do that? So he's all mad and pissed off about that. So we leave and we go help somebody load up a 3-wheeler into their truck that we know. And I decided, hey, Red, let's go to Jack in the Box. You always want a hamburger. Okay? Go to Jack in the Box, and he wants to try the sriracha jalapeno sourdough Jack.
Mm-hmm.
And we're coming back. Bro, like, Red starts, like, wheezing. I'm like, I kind of look over, and, like, most of this hamburger's gone. And he's sitting there going, and then all of a sudden, his eyes start to swell. I was like, oh, shit. And then he starts turning red. Like, his blackness is going away, and it's just red. And then he's like, pull over, pull over, pull over. And I pulled over. He starts, like, throwing up and coughing and, like, pacing around and barely breathing. And I'm sitting there looking at all this traffic, looking at him, looking at this traffic. I'm like, if this motherfucker dies on this side of the road right now.
You're just leaving? Or?
I'm like, somebody will help him. I don't want to get involved in this shit. But no, like, I thought he was, like, choking on something or whatever. So he gets in the car, eyes damn near swelled shut, can barely breathe. He looks at this fucking sandwich. He puts it in the bag and just throws it out the window.
Oh, shit.
And me, being me, I go, hey, motherfucker, go get it. As he's dying, he, bitch, gets out of the car again, walks over, picks it up, brings it back in. He was fine after that.
Huh.
But he told me Friday, it took like all of Thursday into Friday morning for his eyes to not like to calm down.
Wow.
So he could see again. So I don't know if he's got something against sriracha or Jack in the Box or...
Dang.
I mean, he probably just
ate
it too fast.
Well, he did. He literally, like, he just stuck his hand in the bag, pulled it out, and just inhaled like like 2/3 of it.
I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to do that.
Yeah. It's funny as all hell, though. It's one of those moments, I wasn't sure what I was going to do. Do I leave him? Do I call 911? I don't fucking know. What's going on over there, Dewitt?
Looking at things.
What kind of things?
What kind of things?
Ass and titties.
Oh.
Just
No, you're
invent
not.
one thing, what would it be?
Speaking of ass and titties, do you want to share with the rest of the class the Chinese story you told us?
What Chinese story did I tell you?
No.
You know a Chinese story.
I'm trying to think what Chinese. Oh, that Chinese story.
I don't know if she knows.
Oh. There was a Chinese story that came out of China about Chinese people. And
Specific couple.
a very specific couple of Chinese people.
Oh, that tried to have a baby, and they couldn't get pregnant.
They were nutting in the butt.
Yeah.
Did
The
you
nut in the butt.
read how they described her butthole?
Right, because
Up
they
to
were
3
trying for
fingers.
like 4 years, weren't they, or something?
Up to 3
In
fingers.
the article, they're like 3 fingers.
Oh my god. It doesn't matter like how big your hand is. Like 3 fingers is 3 fingers.
Like that's yeah. You do the-
Yeah.
Yeah, that's some
Give 'em
straight
salute.
like
yeah.
what? Yeah, what salute is that?
The
3.
Girl Scouts.
It's either the Girl Scouts or it's
The
Hunger
Boy
Games.
Scouts. Or
That's it.
what?
Hunger
District
Games.
number 3.
Hunger Games. That's
it's one of
right.
the
This isn't even like
Maybe both.
the this isn't even the handbook of the gestures you use. There's like the teaser, the pleaser, the shocker. No,
That's
the
not-
shocker, the spocker, the showstopper, and then like the minivan.
And then the colonoscopy. You're good.
I guess, yeah.
And then there's the wrecking ball.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Oh man.
How long were they trying? 4 years?
4 years.
Something like
How
that.
can you
yeah.
fuck that up for 4 years?
She's probably
skipped
dumb,
sex
and
class.
he was just like, "Well, all right." Like,
You know, part of me thinks though it's like a Chinese thing because I heard some other Chinese people talking about it that are here, and they're like, "Yeah, when we were growing up, my parents would say some shit like, don't have sex or the baby gonna come out your butt or some shit like that."
Oh.
Yeah. Or yeah, babies come out of your butt or some dumb shit like that. So I can imagine
I mean,
that's all they knew.
if you try.
Well, there was one case of that happening. There was like some woman had like an internal deformity where her anus and her vag like were connected, like the canals connected.
Oh.
Yeah, inside, and she was having butt sex and then managed to get pregnant.
Holy shit.
Yeah, these things happen.
No, they don't.
Well, you got to think of like in a world of like almost 8 billion people, you're gonna have.
Not everybody's perfect.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you're gonna have stuff like this.
Sometimes your streets will meet, like you know.
Well, that's why I think it's common too. Like when women give birth, shit tears apart.
Yeah.
Yeah. It all becomes one big hole.
Yep.
Episiotomy.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing.
What are you doing over there?
Like I'm really curious.
I'm reading things.
What kind of
Shouldn't be
things?
reading when you're on the podcast.
Yeah, asshole, you're supposed to be contributing.
I am contributing in the most essential way.
I see Lincoln, the memorial.
What the fuck are you doing?
Oh, you're reading about.
Catcher Freeman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm reading about my rights. And
The lack.
You're not liking
of
them, are you?
it's like I said earlier. Whether you think you can or you think you can't.
You can't.
I don't think that's what he said to me.
That's not.
That's not what he said to me.
You gotta remember, you can't. You just can't. You just knock that shit off.
Oh, for
So I
the
can't get in the booth and rap?
Oh, you can.
Oh.
you can rap if you want to.
We just heard
You
you.
can leave your flows behind. If your friends don't flow, if they don't flow, then they're no friends
of mine. I get that. I feel that.
Mm-hmm.
Telling you your confidence, it's on the table, or
Mm-hmm.
has it
About
moved?
3/4 of the way full.
Mm-hmm.
It's a perfect amount for you.
Yeah.
That's about how much you pour into one of those little green cups up there.
That's enough to bust out the pork and beans.
Oh, shit. Just straight.
I see you already have some flowing through.
The fuck? The hell?
Oh my god.
And then what?
And then what? What's that?
Oh yeah, too much, dude.
Then what?
And then what, indeed?
The hell?
So what's everybody doing with their 3-day weekend?
Well, it's either I'm going to get plastered tonight and then walk it off tomorrow, which I'm probably not going to do because that was a terrible 4-day hangover.
Are you trying to move him more towards the mic? It would help. There you go.
I was really just feeling his head.
It's a hat.
That's why it felt weird.
For only $4.50, the Japanese company will quit your job for you.
The hell? What the fuck is going on over there?
But that's if it's a full-time job. If it's a part-time job,
Oh,
it's only
$360.
$360.
So you pay the Japanese company and they will quit your job for you.
How's that work?
It's a good question.
Why would you? It's not that hard to quit a job. Why
Just
would
don't
you?
show up.
Yeah. Well, at that point you get fired, but you know.
I mean, you don't want to be back.
I don't know why you're looking at that.
It
Like you
popped
have
up.
a job?
One day, a man can dream, can't
He gets a job just so he can try that out.
he? I have a dream that one day
Make enough to pay the Japanese guy to
I
quit
can
for
quit
him.
a job.
Remember, if you think you can,
You can't.
you can't.
Let's get all the bullshit out the way.
I've never actually quit a job. I've always been fired or
Starbucks?
just left. Oh, I started to quit, and then she pissed me off, and so I kind of like. Well, I guess I technically quit that.
Yep.
Just not in a.
AMC?
Just not in a. No, I got fired from that. That was definitely a firing.
What'd you do?
Yeah, what'd you do?
It wasn't so much what I did. It was a friend of mine said she was going to take a shift and forgot, and then that shift didn't get covered, and so they fired me.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a real
What a
piece of
friend.
crap friend.
Yeah.
I'm actually really good friends with her today. Like,
Well, obviously she's not really good friends with you. She got you fired from your second job.
I mean, this
First job.
that was my
third
first
job.
job. But it was okay because I had a second job at that time that I was like, the reason I was giving
I
all
hope
my
you
shifts
feel
away.
guilty, you.
She does.
Oh, good. Good.
And she actually
works.
just got fired from her job the other day.
Karma's
I felt kind of
bitch.
bad.
Damn.
But it was funny because like she texted me that she got fired, and like you know how in
What goes
Google
around
Messenger
comes around.
they give you the auto
Justin
reply
Timberlake.
messages,
Mm.
and so one of them was just a smiley emoji, and the other one was yay. Which admittedly, those are kind of things I would say. Like if someone told me like, "Oh, I got fired from my job," I'd be like, "Yay!
Cucumber.
Now you can go find a better job or go do some other shit that doesn't
throw an
involve
eggplant
doing
in
that
there.
stupid shit." But yeah, it was
Yeah,
like
you would.
I would.
Of course he
not,
would.
Not to that
It's the
person.
wit.
Not to that person. Me and her are cool. We go back. But
If there's anyone else, that would be an eggplant, huh?
yeah, I mean, oh no, because I don't really. Eggplants are so unoriginal. You know, I'd find something a little more.
A watermelon.
A watermelon, a banana,
Mm-hmm.
Kiwi.
a chicken.
A cock.
Yeah. See, and I don't know. I'd paint a picture with words rather than pictures.
King
So,
Henry VIII is coming out in you, huh?
Exactly.
I paint a picture with words, not pictures.
Mm-hmm. That's how I paint pictures. Okay. With words, ladies.
He wants to paint your body.
With
Like
words.
in Titanic. You know, the one with the big iceberg that hit the ship?
No, the ship hit the iceberg, dude.
No, the iceberg hit the ship.
The iceberg.
It just
didn't-
reached out its arm and.
The
Oh, I
iceberg.
didn't need to reach.
Iceberg.
Oh, okay.
The
It's just
iceberg
taking up
It
the
just
whole
said,
Atlantic.
I'm floating this way. And just
Ice-
hit the boat.
The iceberg smelled the buffet and said, "I want some of that."
It went to the wrong bowels of the ship. And it said, damn it. And it was like, well,
Oh,
too late.
Jesus.
Oh man.
But he wants to paint a picture. Like
Oh,
Leonardo DiCaprio
man.
painted that chick on there.
Kate Winslet.
Exactly. Paint your picture.
Did he paint it? I thought he just sketched
I
it.
thought-
He's
yeah.
sketched, yeah.
Paint, sketch, pencil line, whatever.
That's true.
You're doodling. He wants to doodle your noodles.
Doodling.
Doodle me
doodling,
like one of your
doodling
French girls.
You gotta be careful.
You pronounce that the wrong way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whole
You-
other meaning.
Yeah. You
So-
fucked that up.
You're Roman Polanski.
Oh man. Yeah, it's dirty. It's funny, but that's dirty.
What's that?
That's a line of clothing that I put together, but I've never released.
Ladies Are Us, the one that went out.
Yeah, it's for the. I was about to say for the bitches, but that's disrespectful and sexist and misogynistic. I apologize. I was
You
raised on
invert.
rap
How
music.
dare you?
I was raised on rap music.
Yeah, but that's a line for the ladies.
The
And
lady
dudes, I guess.
bitches.
The lady bitches. The lady bitch hoes. We'll love that line.
Remember,
if it ever
we
gets
only call them
released.
bitches because we don't know their names.
Exactly. If I knew their names,
Yeah.
I'd
Just
say
like how
their
they
name,
call us
bitch.
fuckboys.
Like,
Yeah.
fuck boys.
If you want to speak to them and you don't know their name, you go, "Excuse me, Miss Lady Bitch, can I talk to you for a second?"
Say,
And
hey,
should we go, okay, fuckboy, what you want?
Now I'm picturing like the hood version of Pokemon where it's like you were in a battle with Lady Bitch Teresa. Yeah. You're in a battle with fuckboy
Wouldn't that
Tommy.
be some shit? Oh my god. Your Pokemon's moving to give it a 40.
That's how I get stronger.
Exactly.
Instead of a rare candy to level up, you give him some like crystal meth or something. I don't know, shit.
It's got the 2 phones
That
upgrade.
increases his speed.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of speed, Sandra Bullock was in the movie Speed.
Mm-hmm.
Sandra Day O'Connor is a Supreme Court justice. The Supreme Court is the highest court in the land. Basketball courts are where basketball games are held. Basketball is a better game than baseball. Baseball has had 21 perfect games since its inception 135 years ago. What do you guys think about that?
I feel like you have too much time on your hands. That's how I feel about that.
I don't know.
Yeah. My brain's not.
Okay,
there
I'll rephrase
today.
it in another way. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being incredibly and 10 being super, how boring is baseball?
Hockey puck.
How boring is baseball?
I think it's a goddamn lie. They call it America's pastime.
I mean, you do pass time because
Yeah.
you want to kill yourself.
It's
Pass
American.
away.
No,
I mean, it could be exciting,
no.
kinda.
No.
Like that. Whatever the last game is of the World Series, it's exciting that it's like finally this is over. I no longer have to see people posting about the San Francisco Giants who like just became fans of them about 6 years ago, and yeah.
No,
Oh.
she's right. She's right. That's
Right?
probably the only exciting time of it is when it's ending.
Yeah, like when baseball season comes around, I'm like, fuck, all these people who think they're fans
Mm-hmm.
suddenly come out of the woodwork, and it's annoying as shit.
So, if you had to make one improvement, one of the following 2 improvements to baseball,
Cheerleaders.
which would it be? No. The first improvement being you get 1 swing at the batter with the bat.
Like
Per
as a
game.
fan, I get to swing at the
No.
batter. Oh,
At a hitter?
What?
As a hitter at bat.
They said a pitter. I was like, what the
As
fuck's a pitter?
every
Oh.
hitter gets 1 swing at the pitcher, you know, but
like they
he's-
get to physically, like they
like
get to
they
hit
get
them
to-
with that. With
they
the,
get to swing at him. Like if he's
You wanna
been
give
working
him a
on his
touch-
Krav Maga or his judo or some shit, he can dodge that shit.
Okay.
So I mean, it introduces kind of a martial art aspect to it.
Okay.
So would that be the enhancement you'd make, or would it be blades inside the handles of the bats?
Both are stupid.
Well, I don't know. Blades inside. Well, no, because you can't take the bat with you around the bases. Otherwise, I'd say it makes stealing bases a hell of a lot easier. Like,
You already know what would
like,
make it
catch me if
fun.
you can.
You could. That would be.
Right? You're not gonna tag me out,
You could
bitch.
throw it at someone. If
You know
think
what
that
would
they
make
got
it
really
fun?
good shortstop.
We've seen it in
Go hitter.
Futurama a bunch of times.
Yeah.
You put that fucker on a long elastic rope so that baseball could just like go all over the fucking place. Oh, that'd be great.
Wait, what?
You ever watch Futurama?
Slurm ball.
Blurns ball.
Blurns ball.
Oh, I know what you're talking
So the
about.
baseball's like on this long elastic cord. So like they can hit it and it'll go out for a home run, and that cord will become taut and it'll come rocketing back at them. So that thing will just go all over the goddamn place.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but then all you have to do is like, okay, it's going straight this way, so all I gotta do is run that way and wait.
Yeah, and then it's gonna come back at you a million miles an hour, and it's gonna hurt like a bitch.
I don't know how I would improve baseball. Yeah. Like I want to like it because I do enjoy sports, but I can't.
You know what would be kind of cool? It's like between every inning, or every time they switch, the other team goes out there and they lay traps. So the hitting team lays traps in the outfield for the outfielders to run into, and then the pitching team is laying traps along the fucking diamond for the runners to run into. That'd be some funny shit.
Oh man.
Bear traps, claymores, whatever. That would make it interesting.
That would make it interesting.
Landmines. You just see a runner like hit it and just stop. I'm like, oh fuck.
Right?
If I lift my foot, I blow up. But if I don't get to the base, shit. Oh yeah, there we go. Fixed it. What else you got, bitch?
That was all.
Everyone gets Roman candles in the crowd, and you just light them off to try to distract the hitters or pitchers,
Okay.
or shoot bottle rockets at them.
No, you bring up something though. I think it's time for a new sport to be televised.
Murder ball. And that's actually a
Concave ball.
Well, no, it doesn't necessarily have to involve a ball, but it could involve something where, like, I don't know, Home Alone. You have two people contending to win a certain amount of money, but they have to make it through a house that's basically been set up by Macaulay Culkin in his prime. I'd watch it. Fuck it.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Or like the other contestant could like set up traps in the house, and if they get the other people, then they win the money. I watch the shit out of that. Fuck it. What about you, buttholes?
Sorry, I was looking at my dad's fantasy football lineup.
What would you want to? What kind of like entertainment needs to change? Like I like the idea of like, let's say you got somebody on death row and they want to earn their freedom. They gotta run through a cage filled with lines with a Slim Jim between their butt cheeks. If they make it to the other side,
They have to get through some sort of obstacle course as the victim of whatever crime they committed. Like so say they're on death row for serial raping, murder. Mm-hmm. They have to like get through like in a day surviving
without getting raped
or murdered. Like,
so they have to spend a day in the Catholic Church. Interesting.
Shots fired.
I like that. So dress him up as an altar boy.
Oh man.
Throw him inside the church, and
I mean that's
man.
That's an option for all those priests back in Pennsylvania. You know.
Oh man.
They had to enter death row. I mean, wouldn't that be kind of like here's what your victim went through. Now, can you survive? Like,
do you ever watch Black Mirror?
I have, and I love it.
There is that one episode. It's one of the earlier ones.
Yeah, where they did that
and it's
reality
a whole theme park.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you got to go and terrorize.
Yeah.
Yeah. So something like that. Like even the general public can be involved.
That would be, man. I think I would pay to actually participate in that. That'd be kind of fun.
Right.
Dewitt, come on, man.
What's up?
What you doing?
Working on the designs.
Shit he can do later, but no, he's got to do it right fucking now.
Okay. You guys want the designs out?
No.
I take that back. I want the designs.
You want exactly. You want the designs out. My God, you're such
no one releases the designs, then there's no designs. And there's no fall collection. If there's no fall collection, then fall doesn't happen. Fall doesn't happen, the Earth gets thrown off its axis, and then we all fly out into space.
Yes.
You guys don't want that.
I'm ready.
I'm ready to go to Mars. Fuck you.
I'm ready to go to the sun. Let's do it.
Hey, but at least now you'll get a tan.
I'll get more than that.
Spencer will become extra crispy.
Like a 10-piece.
Oh man.
Oh shit. You good over there now?
I'm always good.
Oh yeah, okay.
No. I think I had notes from the last podcast.
What do you guys want to talk about? What's the topic of discussion?
The topic
We've been talking about shit. You've been over there silently jerking yourself off.
Well, what have you guys been talking about?
Well, entertainment is changing. What sort of entertainment would you like to see? We were talking about, like, if somebody's on death row, like the Black Mirror episode, they have to go through a gauntlet of what their victims went through, and the public gets to participate.
Yeah. That doesn't seem entertaining to me.
They do more live concerts on TV.
More live concerts on TV.
Did you see the Justin Timberlake TV or concert movie?
No.
It was good.
I'll have to say that, hard pass on that one.
Ooh, hard pass.
I'm not a fan of the. Oh yeah, you don't like the 2020 experience, right? You didn't like the album.
No, I didn't care for that one. I'm pretty sure like the Sexy Back was like the only like solo.
What? I have
He doesn't even know what he has.
You have ODC?
Yeah, the stacking problem.
He has ODST.
Stacker 2.
You can tell the stacks are stacked over here.
Oh,
They are
the
stacked.
stacks are stacked.
That's how you know.
So, do it.
Spencer's
You
been
being
there.
you, would you be one of the people then to subscribe to a future where you could go to a concert from the comfort of your own room via a VR headset?
No.
I would actually be interested in that if like you had the same or not, because sometimes live music sounds really shitty. But if you had like
Live music's always shit. Did it a few times, like, oh, this is trash.
but if you had like good quality like audio and it was almost like as if you were like front row or something, a good seat in the house, I guess you could say. I would be interested in that. It would, but then would they charge? Yeah, it would definitely charge you like
they would
per
charge
concert you want to pay. But it might be cheaper than actually attending it, because I mean concert prices now are freaking outrageous.
Oh yeah, they're.
Well, not only that, but if you think about it too, you just pay for the standard ticket, but you'll still have like a front row seat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
I don't like how people go, well, you go to the concert for the experience. What experience? Being shoved in a room with a bunch of other people, then trying to leave a few hours later. Caught in traffic, you go the wrong way for an hour and a half.
That, like that girl
Fuck
at the
that.
rock show.
What girl?
When you meet a girl at the rock show.
Oh, Blink-182? No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no, you're barking up the wrong tree here, buddy.
I knew where you were going with that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I wasn't on that bandwagon.
I was, and I still am.
Mm-hmm.
Well, good for you.
Yep.
Ain't no shame in my game.
Yeah, because I ain't got no game. So that's all great.
Holla!
God damn. No.
What else would be fun to have a virtual reality experience that you don't actually have to attend with a bunch of other people?
Funerals.
Holy shit! That's genius.
Weddings.
I mean, you can even be buried with the person if you wanted to for a little bit and be like, all right, I'm bored.
Peace
He's
out.
sleeping restfully.
You can be buried with them. Oh shit.
Just a fucking GoPro on the top of their head.
Just saying.
So you could be laying there with the fucking thing closes.
And they could just sit there and cry back. Okay, after like a couple hours, we're just like, oh man, this is really boring. He's not getting up.
Yeah.
All right, I'm done.
Shit.
Hank, it was nice knowing you. Time to move on.
Weddings, like at least the ceremony part of it, like that's the part of the wedding I don't want to go to.
Well, then you have those asshole friends that like they would decide to go get married in like France or some shit, and they expect you to go like, yeah, fuck off.
If I was getting married far
Or like
away,
Hawaii.
I wouldn't expect my.
Or yeah, I guess Hawaii's far away.
Yeah.
Shitty fucking experience.
But yeah, you can still. That's the thing. Like, in the future, these VR headsets will be so light and they're portable. It's like, yeah, I'm going to the wedding, or I'm gonna watch the wedding or some shit, and you could just like take it off and go take a shit or something, or you could, I was just sitting on the toilet. Oh fuck,
And
what
then,
am I
like-
missing? And
Like, check it out. So after all that goes down, right? You do your wedding and shit. When you go and renew your vows, you just play the same thing again. So you both wear the VR headsets, and you, boom, boom, redo your vows. Line for line.
I don't understand why people feel the need to renew their vows anyways. Like that's how you know you're in a
That's how you know your
shitty-
relationship's fucking failing.
right.
well,
Right,
that's
think about it.
whoever suggested it, they're cheating.
Yeah. You need to redo the vows because the cheating status is like going up here, and I'm
Yeah.
feeling like I'm about to cheat on you. We need
Yeah.
to redo them. Let's redo the honeymoon.
They need to make themselves feel better.
Yeah.
and then make sure
I
the
don't
other
like
person
those
feels
people.
really guilty if they decide to cheat.
Yeah,
Even
it is
though they
annoying.
already
It
cheated.
is really annoying when they renew their vows and they treat it as another wedding and they just go all out.
Yeah.
What the fuck is
Yeah.
he doing?
Can you guys
I-
send us another $150 check?
Fuck
No.
off.
Like,
What'd
what
you
the-
get us? Nothing.
That's what I want to get people for their weddings anyways.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They should be gifting me for showing up.
That's what
Like,
that's
no,
called,
I don't
open
wanna-
bar.
Yeah, it needs to be open bar, not limited open bar.
That makes no sense.
Ooh.
It's open
She's
bar,
speaking
but
from
limited.
experience.
Limited meaning like it's just beer and wine. Like open bar. It's like, okay, like that's great, but
No.
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 Or I've been to places where they're like, oh yeah, we're having an open bar up to like a $2,000 limit. Like, what the fuck?
That's gonna be fucking maxed out.
But how
first
many people?
half hour?
Actually, the last time I went to a wedding that had a limited open bar, yeah, I think within the half hour, they reached their limit.
That's
But then
ridiculous.
again, the venue their beer prices were like stadium prices.
Fuck.
So like, I see why like you fucking maxed it out. Like that's
And then
fucking
again,
shitty.
That's another reason why you go to the concert in VR, because you're not paying stadium prices for food and drink.
Right? You just have it right there. And
Yeah.
You're at home.
I can be as drunk as I want at this fucking concert.
Don't have to worry about falling all over people or other drunk people falling all over you.
Mhm.
That'd be a real shitty thing though. Like they do the VR concert, and then you literally have to pick where you're gonna sit, and they just have a camera at that seat, so that's where your view is. Granted, there'll be like no one in front of you, but you're just like, fuck, man, I wish I got better seats. So
no,
it's like
no. They could always put a silhouette of like the person in.
the one person stands up in front of you, like, God damn it.
Sit down.
How much would it fuck with that artist though if like curtain raises or they come out on stage
And
and
just
it's nothing but VR cameras sitting out there, not a single person cheering?
Dude, that yeah.
Oh,
That'd be
well,
fucking
that's
funny.
why they have like a person up in the audio.
Well, I think with the way technology is, you don't need a camera per seat. You can just have, like she was saying, you just have that one camera that's basically a front row seat,
Yeah.
and everyone's getting their feed from that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but the problem is though, it's like then you can only really need to do one concert.
Yeah, but then if you could broadcast it worldwide, then
Because
There
you're still
you go.
filling those
You don't
seats with
have
the people
to
who are going to
pay-
go.
the record labels don't have to pay to put you on tour.
But like there's still people who are going to go because they're stubborn and they
So you're
want to go
making
to a
your
live
money
thing.
basically in one swoop
Yeah,
for your tour.
instead of being
Mhm.
gone for months at a time.
But if you can live stream that shit,
Yeah.
Well,
would
that'd be the thing though. It'd be like there'd be a live stream.
There would actually be
And-
there'd be a damn near service like HBO or like pay-per-view or something where you could probably subscribe
Yeah.
and just get constant like performances.
That'd actually be kind of cool.
That'd be fucking dope.
Be like, hey,
For
you
like a
guys want to
membership?
come over and watch, whoever this weekend? Like, bring your VR set. Like,
That would be some shit.
But then you'd have to pay for every VR you plugged in.
I wouldn't know. I don't know.
So I feel like you'd have to make because you can't just be like.
It might be that Netflix model where you can have like 4 people
That would make
at
sense.
once.
yeah.
Because I mean, if you could just be like, you pay for it, and then just people bring over their headset,
Well,
and
wasn't
the
there-
whole neighborhood comes over and just fucking watches.
No,
them,
wasn't there like a
Yeah,
thing?
yeah.
I don't know who did it, but they got it to where you can like sit in a virtual theater with your friends and watch Netflix or some shit.
Oh, they have that.
Yeah.
It was.
So can you imagine kind of something along the same lines? Like everyone already pays for it, but you can get together and then your perspective.
Take Xbox does it.
Yeah, like you have that perspective. Like we're at the concert, we're just there virtually. Or we're all in the same
Headsets
room or
watching
some
the
shit.
Same show.
Yeah, that'd be pretty dope.
That would be pretty nice. And then when you take your bathroom break, you don't have to.
Oh no, you
Miss
just take the
anything.
headset with you.
Huh?
Just take the headset.
That'd be
with
Yeah,
fucking
exactly.
weird.
you. Oh, not really.
Going pee while you're rocking
Sorry,
out.
What's going on with the show right now, though? Popcorn's in me.
Part of me though is like really hoping like in the future, especially with movies where you have that first person VR perspective, so you're not really watching it anymore like on this big giant screen. You can get an experience like, let's say it's a horror movie or something, like you're getting like up close and personal with like everything. I mean, that would scare the shit out of me probably.
Like that one virtual horror game we
Yeah.
were watching.
Yep. There's something along the lines of that actually right now on Google Daydream. You can download the It experience.
What?
And so I tried it. So you pop your phone in the headset, and it starts off with the street. It's dark, and that little boat's going down the thing, and you're chasing it, and it's like looks like damn near real life. And it goes down the drain, and you kind of bend over, and there's fucking Pennywise just looking at you like, oh shit. And he says some shit to you, and you go down in the sewers, and then you realize like as you're walking using the thing to walk, you hear shit behind you. You can turn around and see a shadow. You're like, oh bitch. Like,
Oh man.
I didn't finish it like because I know if he would have jumped out at me, I would have shit my pants. I knew already. Like we're getting so fucking close to a future like this. And personally, I would prefer the VR experience than live. I've done enough live performances where it's just not worth it anymore. Too
Yeah.
expensive,
I mean, I enjoyed it when I was younger.
and too many people you don't like. Especially if you sit behind a tall ass motherfucker like Dewitt.
But I don't think it's like you're going. Well, yeah, you would be going for that experience.
Yeah.
That would suck.
Especially leaving there sucks ass.
Yeah, the traffic is fucking horrible. So you imagine the pollution you cut down on.
Yeah. We're saving the world.
right?
Yeah.
One
VR at a
VR.
time.
Yeah. It's green. We're reducing our carbon footprint. We're changing the world right now.
I mean, then they can even jack up the tickets even more. Because
Yeah.
you can have like a front row seat with clear view of them performing live.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It would actually be a mixed experience because you would still have people who would go to the concert. Just your perspective would be probably the best perspective.
Yeah. Not to mention your ticket prices literally would be the same no matter what. From the highest seat to the lowest seat, even though you'd be in front row, the ticket costs would all be the same. So you would actually have that medium ground where you can make a lot of money off it. And not
Oh
have
yeah,
to
you
worry
can make
about
tons of fucking money
getting
off this.
shitty
Well, then
seats.
could you no, because if you're just having one big concert,
Unless you
not
pay for the VIP, which then you have a camera backstage.
Like, honest to God,
following the artist like
Yeah.
from the backstage to the stage.
I can imagine
You
like
with them?
the first thing we'll ever see of something like this will be from Coachella.
It was
Oh.
Coachella.
And Coachella, it's like a
The
3-day
festival?
music festival, like 3 days fucking long.
The one that all the hipsters go to.
Mhm.
It used to
Woodstock?
be no,
that was in the
that was
60s.
hippies. It used to actually be a really cool festival, but now, like in recent years, it's
Yeah.
tanked with all the
Like
younger.
Burning Man.
Yeah.
But they would be because like I think like a 3-day pass at Coachella is like $1,500.
I don't even know.
Yeah, it's like it's stupid fucking expensive to go.
And it's down in the desert
Mhm.
where
Hot
you
as
like
fuck.
camp
So
out.
like we know we're gonna buy some water.
So like I can imagine like they could charge
go
like
down
a
there as a
similar
vendor.
price. Like say
Hell yeah.
$500 and you get a 3-day VR pass to everything in Coachella, so you could just be at home in your air conditioning, fuck the heat,
Yeah.
boop, flip that fucker on,
Huh.
bam.
Then I could finally say I went to Coachella.
Yeah.
But then we're taking profit away from the vendors that sell food at those things.
No, because it's just sponsored. I don't know about Coachella, but like major, arenas and stuff. It's just I'm assuming like
But the fast food industry would be booming around them. They're like, oh, hey, just order some fast food and we'll just keep watching this. And when they get here, we'll eat that real quick on the break.
Pizzas, man.
right.
Fast food.
Postmates it.
Yeah. And the economy will recover. It'll adapt.
Yeah.
So if
Because people are lazy. Like
oh fuck yeah.
that's why things like Postmates exist because nobody wants to leave.
Me and Dewitt were talking about that. It's gotten to the point where his friend ordered a milkshake from Carl's Jr.'s to get delivered to the house. She lives like 3 blocks away from the place. They charged her like $10.
Yeah.
It's like he was like, I could have gone down there and got $10. Shit.
Bitch, why don't you call me? Shit, I
Right.
would have done it for $7.
But it's simple things like that. And then like over here on Waterloo, McDonald's and Wendy's,
I'll deliver.
they deliver now.
Yeah.
They all have, and KFC now. They
Yeah.
put a little sign like, we deliver now. It's like,
Really?
yeah.
Wow.
So it's like, I mean, deliver out here, I don't know. They
Yeah.
probably still would.
I
But
mean, we get pizza guys.
yeah, they're further than that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
They're
I mean, they
further
probably
into
deliver.
town.
Yeah. I can imagine it. That's the future. We're slowly turning. We're gonna turn into the people in what's that movie? Wall-E.
Wally.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna turn into.
No, bitch, can I have your number? I just want your number. Can you give me my number?
Yeah, that's. Yeah, we're getting there.
Yeah.
We're all gonna be a bunch of icebergs floating around.
Little icebergs.
Look. I think we'll die before that actually happens. I think we'll be on like the front end of it, but we're not gonna see it through till where it gets bad. We'll
I
be
don't
dead
know.
by then.
Don't know about that.
Yeah, something like this, I don't think would saturate that fast because like the cost of VR is still pretty high. Like my headset over there is like a it's a $399 still to get that headset, and then the higher end ones you're looking at like $1,000. The Microsoft one, like HoloLens, the wireless one, that's like 5Gs for some shit like that.
Damn.
Yeah, that's like I went with Kevin when he got his, and I think he paid like with tax and everything, it was like $4 something, and that was like on sale, and I was like, oh, it's on sale.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, how much do these things cost?
Kevin spent $400 on something.
I think he eventually sold it though.
Of course he did.
But yeah, no, he dropped money on a VR set.
Wow.
And I was like, okay, that's cool. It was kind of funny because he brought it home and he set it up and he's like, you have to try it. And I'm like, bro, I don't even like reality. Like,
It's bad enough just walking
It's
around
bad
day to day.
enough. I don't want to to be virtual with it now. Like, shit.
Bro, I don't even like reality.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Living in this D is hard. Like,
oh, it'll get better. It'll be like
that's what I've been saying.
No, the virtual side will get better.
Oh yeah, that'll get better. This world, no.
I was gonna say the virtual side get better to the point where everyone's just in the virtual side. They don't want to be in the
Spencer
real
and
side.
we went dark with that.
Yeah, I did. Man, you guys are looking at the
We're
cup.
looking at the truth.
The cup's
Some of
not
you
half
can't
full or
handle
half
that truth, but-
empty. It's just empty. It's broken on the floor.
I wish I had a cup. Like,
All right.
God damn.
I just
Holy
had shattered
shit.
pieces looking at him like, that's not a cup.
Oh man.
It was full of hopes and dreams, but now it's shards of everywhere.
Speaking of hopes and dreams, do you remember when Dewitt used to be on the podcast?
Yeah. That
God
used to be
rest his
so
soul.
cool.
What's that sad song you played when I was in the airport when I was in the wheelchair?
Oh fuck.
What was that song? How does the song go?
I don't remember.
It was like
Hello, darkness, my old
no.
friend.
What was it? It was I am the arms
Oh,
of
the Sam McLaughlin
angel
song.
away.
I'll tell you right now. Every time I see her come on the TV and whenever I'm watching TV, I change the channel.
Don't make me feel guilty.
Don't make me
You
feel
didn't
sad.
use that for Trash Spencer.
No, I used the other one.
We're gonna
It's
slowly.
in the middle.
We're gonna do a multiple podcast one day, and it's
Multiple
just
copies.
yes.
Okay, that makes sense.
and we're gonna take podcasts that we've done in the past and the best dispensers. We're gonna
Uh-huh.
put Trash Spencer, Sponsor, Spencer,
Sponsor.
We're gonna put all of them up here, and then it's just the audio from all the tracks I'm gonna play.
You know,
and that's gonna be our filler.
one day we're gonna have
I like it.
we're gonna have enough variations of Spencer where we can do like the Last Supper with all the different Spencers.
Oh.
Getting there.
Let's see. We have 3 versions of Spencer.
No, we have 4,
We have 4.
including myself.
Oh, that's right.
Uh,
There's the normal version of Spencer.
There's the normal,
Whoops.
the sub drunk, the fully drunk, and the trash. So it's 4. So I'm just saying, if we ever need a filler for a podcast, we just gotta do some editing and just run some audio clips.
Once in a while, we get to meet Quiet Angry Spencer too. Nope. Yep. There he was. There he was. I've met him a few times where people go, "Where the fuck did Spencer go?" And he's by himself out in the field somewhere listening to music.
Aww.
Yeah, because he can't be with people at that moment. He might kill them.
Yeah, there's just probably some shit I'm working out in my head too.
Or he ends up throwing like a milk carton across the room and slamming it into a wall or
Oh.
door.
When did I do that?
That was a long time ago. You did tell me about that though. You were throwing milk in a cold box.
No, that wasn't my fault. We'll see what
Did
happened.
somebody
was,
drive you to that point?
No, what was happened was it was a holiday week working in the grocery industry, and we had the milk load come through. And the way you have to unload the milk is it comes on a big old cart. It's milk crates that are stacked 2, 3, 4, 5 high. I think it's 5 high. No, 6. It was 6 high, and each crate has 4 gallons of milk in it. So 4 times 6, 24.
Mm-hmm.
So, and the way you get them off is you grab this metal hook, you hook the bottom one, shim it onto this diamond-plated slide, and it's supposed to just slide down. Well, it got stuck, and I was in a hurry because they were like, "Why is there no milk on the shelf?" I'm like, "'Cause we out, bitch." And then I'm back there like, "God damn it, come on!" And I like fucking finally get it, and it jumps it. The cart shifts sideways. It starts falling. I try to catch it, and I drop the thing, and it starts falling. And I started touching it. And I said, "Nah." I let it go, and it just goes. And if you've ever seen 24 gallons of milk spilled on the floor before,
Did you cry?
Oh fuck! No, I didn't cry. No, I ain't crying over spilled
Damn
milk.
it. You beat me to it.
Yes. Yes.
It was a pain in the ass to clean up. Because then they really went, "Where's the milk?" I was like, "It's all on the floor now."
There's that other time you spilt milk on that kid's head.
Little shit had it coming. I ain't denying if you're watching this, kid. Yeah, I fucking push that shit on top of your head. You stay off my fucking shelves.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
Little fucking kid. Mom wasn't paying attention to him, and he was climbing the fucking milk wall.
Oh, jeez.
It was like a 5-tier shelf. So you have the bottom, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way up to the top. This fucking kid climbed up to the third one and was like moving shit around, and he was like looking at me going, "Hey!" I said, "What the fuck?" I took out my headphones, and I was like, "Oh hell no!" Because I just got done doing the section, and it's the natural section, and it's always a pain in the ass because each one fits in a certain spot, and if they're not shifted in the right direction, you can't fill it up all the way. This kid just moved them all around, so I said, "Okay." Push the top fucking half gallon off the shelf, hit the kid in the head. He fell down. He landed on his feet, and the milk spilt all over. So I was like, "God damn it!" I was hoping it wouldn't like spill. And I walk out there and I was like, "Fuck!" I start cleaning it up, and then his mom comes over. "Oh my god!" She's like, "Did you just spill that?" She goes, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry." I'm like, "Oh, that's okay, man. I'll clean it up. My job." As he's like, "Mommy, that hurt. It hit me on the head." I was laughing inside so much. I was like, "Yeah, little fucking shit." Staring at him, I'm like, "Yeah." Holding that carton of milk, like, hope you learned something.
Oh fuck!
That kid cried. Because then you really got yelled at and shit.
Nice.
What about the eggs?
I'm talking about that. That's a sanitation issue. I'm not saying shit about that. That was a real hot day. It was like 104 out. That blacktop feels like 110. You just don't go piss off a clerk and just blame him for shit.
Yeah.
Hope you liked your new eggs.
You might get a little something extra with them eggs.
Oh.
We don't want to talk about that though.
Yeah, we're not gonna talk about that. Hey, Dewitt,
fine.
since
Bye.
you're not paying attention,
Bye. It's been
how
an hour. Bye.
how long have we going for?
Hour and 10 minutes. Bye, people. Bye.
Shut up.
Hour and 2 minutes.
Hour and 2. Okay.
Oh, it's close.
Yeah.
So other than the fall
Both 3-letter
collection,
words though, so I was right.
shut up. I know you have to go pee or shit, or I don't know. You're always
No, I
in a
gotta
hurry.
go spit hot fire.
Other than the fall collection,
Mm-hmm.
do you guys want to tease anything else that's coming, like shit that's on the board?
Tease.
No.
You don't want to tease any of that.
Nope.
No? Oh.
Nope.
I have to get paid to tease, so
Oh.
Right.
yeah.
Well, Spencer
Dewitt
has a
knows
bunch
what I'm
of.
talking
Changes
about.
are coming.
Changes are coming.
And that's it.
Are they good changes?
The change is coming.
Depends
Depends.
on how flexible everyone is.
Well, I guess the iceberg's out.
How many fingers
Bye.
in the booty hole?
Oh.
3,